A fed-up business owner fights back, lying in wait to catch a criminal. After a string of burglaries at his store, he camped out at his business and says he confronted that burglar. Derek Shores in Oroville, what he did next to make sure that guy didn't get away.
And the owner of this power equipment shop says this is his lifeblood. It's his income. So after being broken into more than a dozen times, he was sick of it.
This is my property. I'm going to defend it.
But over the past 3 months, Darren Fowler says he's felt pretty defenseless.
But they were taking chainsaws, weed eaters, lawnmowers.
15 times, he says burglars have cut into the fence of his Oroville business, Air-Cooled Unlimited, taking valuable equipment and metal.
Just spread it wide open and zip tied it wide open. And then they were just coming in here and grabbing mowers and dragging them straight out.
Fowler spent money installing new fencing and surveillance, which caught the suspects' blurry images, but they'd keep coming back. When Fowler saw a new hole in his fence Friday,
that's when we decided we were going to stick around and see if we could catch him.
A stakeout.
We were actually sleeping on the concrete right behind the shop there.
And around 3:30 a.m., a noise.
And actually, they were yanking units through the fence.
Caught in the act, Darren says he had to act. With a concealed weapon permit, he pulled out his gun.
As soon as he saw the gun, he was very compliant.
Darren would order who officers identify as Dylan Masterson to the ground. He dropped to his knees, and within 2 minutes, officers would take him into custody.
I immediately holstered my gun, and they took over from there. So very professional. I was very impressed with OPD.
A search of Masterson's home, according to Fowler, would turn up a number of Darren's stolen items. Cops would also arrest Steven Rodriguez in connection with the crimes.
2.5 months of seeing this guy on video, and I finally caught him.
For Darren, it's a win. He says despite the possible danger, he would do it again.
It was almost closure. Now we can relax a little bit and get back to work.
And while Darren says not all of his equipment will ever come back and there may not be much restitution, at least he says the break-ins will stop. Those 2 suspects remain in the Butte County Jail.
All right, Derek, thanks a lot. By the way, police say the suspect was out on bail at the time of his arrest, and he was allegedly also in possession of drugs.